They call him xQc. His real name, though, Felix Lengyel. At 27 years old, he has a lot of potential. You might not see it, but I do. Let's see what we're working with. He's pretty good looking. Definitely above average when it comes to looks. He has some weak points, though, he can easily work on, specifically his eye area and his lips, lower third. Let's get on with that. Here are his eyes, and in case you're wondering, he does have a neutral canthal tilt. Though with this camera angle, I think he might even have a positive one. You're bound to have some eye redness or irritation from sitting in front of the screen for so long. Not so much with this eye, but this eye has some redness right there. Brightening eye drops are available for such a thing, so Felix, go ahead and get yourself some. Another crucial component of the eye area is your eyebrows, and he happens to have them kind of bushy. You can easily clean them up using one of these trimmers. The end result. Wow, just look at that. Brightened, groomed, and ready. Now for the most important part, the jaw. Felix, why haven't you grown a beard yet? Why don't you have a beard? He's got pretty thin lips. For that, we're gonna be using Volufiline, which promotes fat growth. Now I'm gonna assume xQc can't grow a beard because he doesn't have one. So we're gonna use minoxidil, and we're gonna use dermarolin, and it's gonna promote that growth. Felix, you don't seem to be an outdoor type of person, so we're gonna give you beta carotene. You take this every day, and you will develop a kind of orange color that mimics that of a tan. It's a very natural process. Beautiful. Amazing. Not so much that the girls don't like it, and not so little that it looks like a little baby. This could be you, right here, 6'2",
guys,
shredded to the bone.
What is going on?
Here's the before and after.
Guys, I've been viewing it.
That is progress.
The hair sucks though. The hair is like 90% of your looks though.
I don't think so.
Hi everyone, Dr. Chelsea here from Treasure Valley Pelvic Health, and today we are going to talk about lubricants. There are some key things that you should know about the lubricant that you're using in the bedroom that might be the cause for some of the discomfort you're having during intercourse. So keep watching and learn all the tips and tricks about lubricants to help make your sex life just that much more comfortable. If this is your first time joining me, I am a pelvic health expert and energy medicine practitioner. Like I mentioned, today we are going to dive into the details of lubricants. This is a key piece of the puzzle for helping make intercourse that much more comfortable than what it has been for you in the past. Whether it be that you are just resuming intercourse after having had a baby, if this is your first attempt at intercourse, or if you have always struggled with pain during intercourse. Now there's three main types of lubricants. There's all sorts of little variants out there. But the first type and most common type that I hear people use is a water-based lubricant. So the key thing to know about water-based lubricants is that all water-based lubricants have to have preservatives in them in order to be shelf stable. Doesn't matter if it's an organic type or a non-organic type as far as the other ingredients, but all water-based lubricants will have preservatives in them. So the key thing to think about with that is if they're struggling with dry tissues and you're trying to create a little bit of a decrease in friction, think of it as a sponge. That sponge, if dry, is going to pull that water into the sponge material, leaving behind that preservative residue and actually create more friction. So oftentimes I hear people say that they have to reapply lubricant during intercourse in order to keep it comfortable. So though it sounds great, water-based is not always my top recommendation. The next common one that I hear people use is an oil-based product. So this can range from coconut oil, I've had people use avocado oil, olive oil, any oil of that sort. It will work. It does leave behind obviously a residue as well. The other thing to be very cognizant of, especially if you're trying to prevent a pregnancy, is that it is not compatible with condoms. It will degrade the quality of a condom and break it down, and then it will create a crack, and hence the little swimmers can sneak on by and you may end up with a surprise pregnancy. So be aware of that. Then the third type is going to be a silicone-based product. This is the product type that I tend to recommend for most people who struggle with pain or dryness during intercourse, as it creates a nice barrier, really decreases the friction quite nicely, and many products also have nice moisturizing elements to it, such as vitamin E or aloe. So the other key thing